Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, details involving the arrest of 6 individuals involved in an assault and robbery in China.
Plus, a Boston man has been arrested following drug activity in Knox and Waldo counties.
And we'll hear from local firefighters who explain how their safety gear could actually be harming them. This and more local news right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for joining us this morning. We'll get things started with the first check of your forecast. Devin Biggs joins us now.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Ansley Moore. Ansley has been a realtor since 2013. She works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Alrighty, starting things off this morning, look at this. We have frost advisories in effect. These kick in later on tonight and will last until Saturday morning. If you have flowers that are sensitive to the cold weather, make sure you cover them up or bring them inside. But we also have a little bit of a small crowd advisory left. And this will last until about 11 a.m. later on this morning. Otherwise, we have a few clouds moving in from the northwest, going toward the south and east this morning. That'll give way to a decent amount of sunshine today, but more clouds are expected to pass through during the afternoon period, though. But overall, we're looking pretty decent out there, and things will remain nice as we do continue to move forward. Otherwise, though, futurecast for today, not too bad. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, but becoming mostly clear later on tonight. As for the winds, not too bad. They'll be out in the northwest at about 10 to 25 miles per hour. But again, those winds will be backing off later on tonight. So that forecast for today, middle 60s, partly cloudy and windy. That northwest wind gusting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, high pressure begins to move in and it really cools us off. We'll have lows in the upper 30s, so mostly clear sky. The northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. An early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing a lot of sunshine with a few passing clouds and temperatures in the 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thanks, Devin. A large fire broke out in Tremont yesterday afternoon, threatening a nearby home. Tremont Fire Chief Keith Higgins says a nearby resident reported the brush fire off Clydesdale Way around 1:35 yesterday afternoon. Fire departments from all over MDI responded to help put out the flames, which burned as high as 80 feet in the air at times. Higgins says thanks to strong teamwork, crews were able to keep the fire from spreading.
We had some spot fires that were igniting down towards the home. And they were pretty substantial size spot fires, so they were our first priority to extinguish them first.
Chief Higgins says the fire has been contained and crews will remain on scene through the night to extinguish it fully. He says strong winds caused remnants of a previous fire to reignite months after it was put out.
A Lubec man is facing charges after he allegedly threatened to kill his neighbors and law enforcement. Washington County Sheriff Barry Curtis said they got a call from a Lubec woman who, just after 7:30 Tuesday night, stating 37-year-old Jacob Elliott had approached her property and allegedly threatened to kill members of her household. Now, Sheriff Curtis said while deputies were at the house, Elliott threatened to kill them before retreating back into his own home. Curtis says Elliott came back out briefly and was told he was under arrest, but he went back inside and continued to threaten the deputies. The Maine State Police tactical team arrived on scene, and Elliott surrendered without incident around 4 p.m. He is being charged with criminal threatening, terrorizing, and failure to submit to arrest. He is currently out on bail, but is scheduled to appear in Machias District Court in November.
A Boston man is in custody in Knox County yesterday after being arrested in connection with the distribution of cocaine through Knox and Waldo counties. The MDEA says residents of several areas in Waldo and Knox County reported suspected illegal activities that concerned them. That triggered an investigation and then the arrest of 29-year-old Bernard Holmes Fox, as well as the identification of other local and out-of-state drug traffickers. Holmes Fox was charged with 3 counts of Class B trafficking in Schedule W drugs. He was arrested Wednesday in Rockland by MDEA agents, assisted by Rockland police during an undercover operation after Holmes Fox delivered cocaine to an undercover agent. Seized during this investigation and arrest were approximately 7 grams of suspected cocaine, 6 grams of suspected crack, along with approximately $4,713 in suspected drug proceeds, as well as money used in the earlier undercover purchases from Holmes Fox. He is scheduled to appear in Knox Unified Court tomorrow.
Police arrested 6 people following an alleged assault in China on Wednesday. Kennebec County Sheriff's deputies responded to the area of 123 Alder Park Road in China for a report of an assault in progress just before noon. Upon arrival, deputies identified 24-year-old Michael Seegers of Oakland, Maine, as well as 21-year-old Joshua Baez, 22-year-old Carlick Hillcross, 20-year-old Grenacia Boone, 18-year-old Avion Melendez, and 18-year-old Kamora Wright, all from New York City. According to the sheriff's office, the 6 people allegedly entered the home and assaulted the homeowner. They also allegedly took items, including firearms, a chainsaw, space heaters, and an amplifier. All 6 have been arrested and charged with robbery, theft of a firearm, and assault, among other charges. They are all currently incarcerated and are due in court in December. This investigation is ongoing.
Forever chemicals, known as PFAS, are a growing problem throughout Maine. High levels of the toxins have been found in the water supply and crops growing at area farms. Fire departments are also dealing with the harmful pollutants. As Jody Hersey tells us, PFAS is actually a big component of the very gear these firemen and women wear to protect themselves from harm.
Who would have thought that the gear we wear to protect us is actually killing us?
PFAS is becoming an increasingly well-known problem for the state of Maine. The forever chemical has been detected in the food and water supply in the towns of Unity and Fairfield. It's also been found in the gear worn by area firefighters to protect them while on the job.
There's been some firefighters in Massachusetts that have come down with cancer, and the University of Notre Dame is studying their turnout gear and finding out that the PFAS that was in the turnout gear could be leading to some of their issues.
Firefighters have always known that there are risks to joining the fire service. However, health problems linked to PFAS was not one of them.
We are 9 times greater risk of cancer in the fire service than that of the general public because of the exposures that we go through.
Captain Simmons with the Herman Fire Department says PFAS has always been used in at least 2 out of the 3 layers that make up firefighting turnout gear.
They're putting that in the outer shell and the moisture barrier, and that's what repels the water so your gear isn't getting so wet.
Maine fire departments, like so many others throughout the state, are learning just how harmful these forever chemicals can be. It's why the Herman and Bangor fire departments are actively searching for PFAS-free turnout gear.
I'm the one that buys the turnout gear here, so I'm always looking for alternatives.
The union and the city has worked together to make sure that we keep our firefighters safe as much as possible. This is just the next thing we need to tackle
in order to protect themselves and the communities they serve. In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
The time is now 6:08. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll get an update from Sullivan on how school administrators are holding classes while the school building is still unusable.
But first, here's a look at your forecast. High of 66 today, a little bit of sunshine, some wind out there. Tonight, it's really cooling off. Those temperatures are dropping down to 39 degrees. And tomorrow for your Saturday, we're back up in the high 60s with mostly sunny skies.
Feel the difference of alpaca apparel from the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store in Belfast. Stop by their ranch location to interact with these amazing animals and enjoy the beautiful Maine outdoors with your very own alpaca walk. Shop in-store or online today and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. With their incredible selection of socks, sweaters, hats, and more, experience the unique qualities that alpaca fiber brings with the Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Millinocket, is sponsored by Peer-to-Peer, a community-oriented center inspiring hope for recovery in the Katahdin region. Emery Lee & Sons does it all and does it well, your general contractor since the 1960s. And S&S Weapons, open Thursday through Sunday, 12 to 6. Stop in and let Scott or Sam help you find what you're looking for. Put a little more cash in your bank. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
I strive so hard to get to the right verdict.
It's not Murphy's Law.
Do you ever watch a people's court? Do you think I'm an idiot?
It's a court of law.
I'm a judge, and I deal in evidence and proof.
The People's Court.
The law is the law is the law is the law.
All this week at 4 on ABC 7.
There's another change for some students still waiting to start school in Sullivan. Grades 6 through 12 will now need to begin the year remotely. The new Charles M. Sumner Learning Center was supposed to be finished in time for students to begin on September 6th. In a letter to parents, RSU 24 Superintendent Michael Eastman said they had gotten a certificate of occupancy, but several items needed to be addressed before staff could enter the building. Eastman said the general contractor was supposed to turn the building back over to the school district on July 15th, but that didn't happen. And while the delays are frustrating, they say they are beyond RSU 24's control. Remote learning for grades 6 through 12 will now begin on Monday, September 19th.
Teacher shortages across the country has administrators turning to a short week approach. A Wall Street Journal report says that many school districts are going with 4-day school weeks in order to attract teachers and keep school staffs. Shortened school weeks are being tried in many rural areas in the Midwest and southern states. About 800 districts are using that approach this year, up from 650 districts from before the pandemic. While many teachers favor the approach, one Santa Monica, California research group says adopting districts have slower gains in math and reading and on state exams.
Maine businesses will get the chance to learn new strategies to attract more customers during the Maine Stay 2022 conference in Bangor. Now, the event is being held at the Cross Insurance Center on October 19th and 20th. Tourism and hospitality leaders are invited to attend, where national speakers will be on hand to talk about different ways to turn a business into a go-to destination. Speakers will also offer tips on how to maintain a reliable workforce.
The state has done well in tourism, but we have to figure out how to keep the momentum going. And if we just sit back and think, well, it's going to keep coming, we're wrong. We have to work for it just like anybody else. This conference is going to help you find those tactical plans that'll make you a visitor's mainstay.
Registration is $249 for one person or $349 for 3 people from the same company. However, reimbursements are available to businesses that send employees to the conference through the Workforce Development Compact. More information is available at maine-stay.com. And the time is just about 6:13. After the break, students of Maine's only program for mechanized logging equipment graduated yesterday. We'll get a glimpse of the ceremony.
Plus, calling all bag ladies, the Ronald McDonald House will be hosting a handbag fundraising sale next week. Details when we return.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory. Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 35 years. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard to buy for a relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
With higher than normal prices, there's a new effort to press for additional home energy assistance funding. Maine Representative Shelley Pingree and Joe Courtney of Connecticut led a coalition of representatives from New England in writing to the U.S. House and Senate Appropriations Committees. They urged them to include additional funding for the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or LIHEAP, in the upcoming government funding package. The LIHEAP program benefits nearly 33,000 households in Maine. In their letter, Pingree and the other delegation members noted that the prices of electricity, natural gas, and heating oil remain high, which is a problem for regions of the country that rely on heating and cooling assistance. They wrote, quote, "Even under normal circumstances, LIHEAP provides vital assistance for families across the country who need assistance with their heating and cooling costs and their home energy bills. With the current energy crisis in New England, it is even more important that Congress meet the needs of families that rely on LIHEAP to afford their energy bills."
The U.S. Department of Agriculture is funding a major push to try to store more carbon in New England's forests. Now, the agency said Wednesday that the New England Climate Smart Forest Partnership Project will include large commercial producers as well as small woodlot owners with a goal of storing more carbon in our forests. Now, the project could receive as much as $30 million. The USDA said the project will seek to build markets for climate-smart forest production to store carbon in wood products and substitute wood products for fossil fuel-based materials. The New England Forestry Foundation is serving as the lead partner on this project.
Maine's only training program for mechanized logging equipment has some new graduates. Matthew Jurancic has the story.
Thursday afternoon, 9 members of Maine's Mechanized Logging Operations Program were recognized at a ceremony in Summit Township. The students spent the past 12 weeks learning about various aspects of the logging industry, from the kinds of trees to how to operate the machinery provided by sponsors of the program. Professional Logging Contractors of Maine's Executive Director Dana Doran says this program is vital to keeping the industry alive.
But having a program like this that can train the next generation and make sure that contractors are profitable because they have well-trained individuals who are joining the workforce is critical.
The Mechanized Logging Operations Program is in its 6th year, being launched in 2017 through a partnership between Northern Maine Community College, the Professional Logging Contractors of Maine, and sponsors. Students were paired with veteran logging instructors where they were given a broad overview of common mechanical systems, timber equipment, and safety in the workplace. Program coordinator and head instructor Donald Burr says it's been a long road for students to learn what they need to know.
It really starts out with trees because you have to be able to look at a tree and go, that's a particular type of tree, and then process it to the specs. And not knowing what the tree is makes a big difference.
Graduate Mason Rose says getting to know his class made his time worthwhile.
Teamwork communication was the hardest part. First couple weeks we didn't really talk to each other very much. I mean, after a couple weeks we got to know each other. We went out to dinner a few times. And just overall communication is key on jobs like this because safety is everything and communication is a big part of safety here.
Doran says he has advice for the graduating class.
If you work hard, if you love what you do, if you're passionate for your surroundings, the people you work with, you will always have a job in this industry. You're going to make good wages, you're going to work hard, but at the end of the day, you're going to feel like you did something special.
Reporting from Summit Township, Matthew Jurancic, APC7 and Fox 22.
The Ronald McDonald House will be hosting its 2nd annual Purses with Purpose Luncheonium and auction on September 22nd. The event will be taking place downtown at the Bangor Arts Exchange between 11:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. Participants will have the opportunity to enjoy hors d'oeuvres while bidding on an array of purses, jewelry, and more. Community Engagement Manager Lauren Gettenbacher says they haven't been able to hold the auction for the last 2 years because of COVID.
We are so excited to be bringing this event back to the Bangor area. So Bangor is a really special place for us, and we are just really excited to be able to bring all our community together for this great fundraiser and event. We love to get out into the Bangor community, so we're really excited to be able to start fundraising again.
Proceeds benefit the Ronald McDonald House of Bangor, which is a nonprofit family and children's charity dedicated to supporting families with sick children. The organization is still accepting purses, jewelry, and gift cards for bidding. Anyone interested in purchasing tickets should visit the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Maine's event page.
The time is now 6:20.
Now let's get Devin Biggs in here with another check of that beautiful forecast today.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Ansley Moore. Ansley has been a realtor since 2013. She works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Already, we have frost advisories, we have small crowd advisories, we have plenty of alerts we're watching out for this morning, especially the frost advisory, which kicks in later on tonight. And that will last until about Saturday morning. So if you have some flowers out there that are very sensitive to the cold, definitely make sure to bring those inside or cover them up. They will get zapped by that frost coming up later on tonight. We also have the small crowd advisory in effect until 11 a.m. later on this morning as the winds will finally start to back off. Otherwise, we have a few clouds moving in from the northwest, going toward the south and east this morning. We'll get these clouds out of here, give way to a good amount of sunshine. But as high pressure moves in, we might have to watch even for a few clouds during the afternoon period. But again, high pressure will really set up shop later on tonight, and that will mean some cooler temperatures on the way as lows overnight will get into the upper 30s. Let's take a field trip into the tropics right now. This is Fiona, still pretty lopsided with all the convection on its eastern and southeastern side, but still holding on to winds up to around 50 to 60 miles per hour in some areas, though. Moving toward the west at about 15 miles per hour. These orange shades right here, that's a tropical storm watch. These are tropical storm warnings in effect. And this thing will continue to move towards the northwest and a little bit to the west as well. And we'll have to keep an eye on this. This may cause some issues for some of the southeastern United States as it does move toward the north and west. But for now, mainly being expected to maintain as a strong tropical storm as it moves towards the west and then eventually to the north and west. As for the winds back here at home, not too bad. They'll be at around 25 miles per hour. A little gusty today, but starting to back off as we head towards the overnight hours tonight and the daytime tomorrow. Average high is 71 degrees, a lot of 60s on the way for the next several days, but a little warm up on the way by Wednesday and Thursday as the upper 60s to lower 70s will soon make a return. Futurecast moving forward looking pretty nice today, though. A lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds for a few of us. Becoming mostly clear later on tonight as high pressure starts to move in and the winds finally back off. And for you Saturday, a lot of sunshine and maybe a few passing clouds arriving late as we start to welcome in a little bit of precipitation. I'll move in Saturday night and the parts of Sunday morning. But then we're talking multiple waves because even by Monday morning, we'll watch for more rain showers that will continue to move in. But for today, though, middle 60s, partly cloudy and windy. The northwest wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 30s, mostly clear and cool out there. Maybe some frost possible in a few areas. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Ansley Moore extended forecast for partly cloudy on Saturday. The wind will be calmer with highs in the upper 60s. Then the rain chances move in Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with highs in the 60s.
I've been having foot pain for at least 10 years. The first day I put the key boot on, I could tell the difference. My pain level has been so much better. I was amazed. The key boots made it possible for me to actually walk without pain. I can go shopping, walking around the store without wanting to cry. I mean, I feel like dancing sometimes. The key boots made all the difference. Very happy with it. Comfort shoes, it's just changed my life.
Join us every Friday this season as we celebrate the return to the gridiron with the most highlights, reaction, and analysis of your favorite teams. Catch Sports Blitz Friday at 11 on ABC7. Sports Blitz brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. And by Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A Holden, where you'll find furniture that's in stock and ready for delivery.
Here, you can find monuments to veterans from many generations, except ours. Jared stepped up. Jared Golden joined the Marines after 9/11. He knew veterans needed to be recognized for their service. That's why in Congress, Jared fought so hard with veterans from both parties to build the Global War on Terrorism Memorial. This will be a place for all of us who served in Iraq and Afghanistan to heal, and for our families too.
I'm Jared Golden, and I approve this message because the memory of our fallen brothers and sisters must live on for generations to come.
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh wait, there is.
Good morning, America.
GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean
business.
Railroad and labor unions managed to find a compromise in an economic crisis, which appears to have been averted. President Biden and members of his cabinet met with both sides to help secure a deal which provides better working conditions. Fox's Mike Emanuel has the details.
The rail system literally is the backbone of the nation.
An economic crisis averted, President Biden and members of his cabinet managed to hammer out a labor agreement with railroad and union officials which prevented a nationwide strike. Both sides negotiated for 20 hours trying to reach a deal that satisfied both workers and railway companies.
This agreement allows us to continue to rebuild a better America with an economy that truly works for working people and their families. Today is a win, and I mean this sincerely, a win for America.
New contracts will provide rail workers with a 24% wage increase. They also agreed on better working conditions, including the ability for workers to take unpaid days off for doctor's appointments without penalties. Without this compromise, a strike would have halted shipments of food and fuel, costing billions of dollars.
If this strike happened tonight, which would have been tonight at 12 o'clock, it would have devastating impacts on the American economy. And American people have been through enough in the last 2 years. What we didn't need was a national strike.
Republicans tried to get involved Wednesday legislatively by opposing contract terms, but Democrats blocked them.
I wish we had reached this agreement a few days ago or a couple of weeks ago. It's been going on for several years, actually, but it's a good thing for Americans.
Negotiations involve 12 unions representing 115,000 workers. Union leaders will now work on holding a vote to finalize the new deal. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
High inflation is driving many Americans into buy now, pay later options, and federal regulators may move to act. Prices of necessities continue to rise in August. Consumers are turning to potentially costly payment methods. More buy now and pay later options are springing up. This option allows customers to make installment payments, and the U.S. Consumer Finance Protection Bureau wants to regulate buy now, pay later companies. The watchdog says it wants to make sure they follow regulations similar to credit card companies.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, we'll have the details on where you can find free local entertainment this weekend.
But before we go, we'll take a quick look at your forecast. Temperatures in the mid-60s, a little bit of wind. It'll be sunny out there. Tonight it gets really cool when they drop below 40 degrees. And tomorrow we're back up in the high 60s with more sunshine on the way.
Established in 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful gifts for almost 100 years. Whatever the occasion, our premium collection of colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets have warmed hearts for generations. We strongly support the Buy Local movement, purchasing directly from local farms and growers, and we are committed to the preservation of our environment. Bangor Floral, located at 332 Harlow Street. Stop in today to experience a flower shop like no other.
Let your creativity run free at the Creative Arts Center, where we offer fun and affordable activities for all ages. Birthday parties, pottery wheel classes, painting lessons, or just for the fun of it. Get fired up for glazing projects as well as acrylics. We offer a wide selection of ceramic products for you to choose from, and we have thousands of pieces ready to paint. We are a Paragon kiln dealer and a Laguna Clay distributor. Stop by the Creative Arts Center today, located just off the Joshua Chamberlain Bridge in Brewer. The Creative Arts Center, where your only limitation is your imagination.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Millinocket, is sponsored by West Branch Wellness, the Katahdin region's premier med and head shop. Exceptional products, even better service. The Katahdin General Store, an agency liquor store with a new takeout menu, souvenirs, and all your outdoor essentials. And Davis Pharmacy, offering home medical equipment, respiratory services and supplies, pharmacy services and gifts. Stop in or call today.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
It's Friday, September 16th of 2022. There are just 6 days until autumn. It is right here. And if you've noticed, the trees have already kind of started changing.
It feels like it already, and I'm okay with that.
I know temperatures below 40 tonight. Could be a chilly one. Today is Mayflower Day. This was the day in 1620, 402 years ago, the Mayflower left Plymouth, England, with 102 pilgrims and 30 crews and headed west. You know the rest of the story.
General Motors was founded 114 years ago today. Judge Judy, most importantly, went on the air 26 years ago today. That has been the most important.
Oh, yeah.
Like, constancy in my life.
Like, Judge Judy is like the first person, when I hear the word Judge, outside of Aaron Judge for the Yankees, it's Judge Judy. Like, it's Judge Judy.
She's looked the same, she looks great, and
powerful.
She's only gotten more powerful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, that is definitely, you could argue that she has become
woman,
probably one of the more powerful. Yeah, right? Hopefully you're just watching her and you don't have to stand in front, because that would be a different
I think
situation.
normally they consent, though, on the televised.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't really know how reality court works, but she's still on ABC 7 every weekday afternoon at 5. And actress Amy Poehler is 51. I love Amy Poehler. Oh, yeah. Parks and Rec, one of my favorites.
Oh, along with Mayflower Day, today is also National Share Your Tattoo Story Day, Wrinkle Raincoat Day, and it's National Stay Away from Seattle Day. That's interesting. I actually have a great tattoo story.
Because of raincoats?
No, I have a great tattoo story. I'm not going to share it right now because we are short on time. But we'll get to it.
Okay, in the 7.
It's pretty good, actually.
Stay tuned for Joe's funky tattoo story.
It's good.
Not literally funky, though. Okay, a quick programming note, though. ABC 7 News at 6 is on the road, broadcasting live from Millinocket this evening. And along those lines, we had a special guest who will be talking about the Trails End Festival in Millinocket. That'll air in about 30 minutes, I'd say. So all that kicks off the weekend. And we have the recap. That'll be a live. Oh my gosh, I just keep going. But I'm excited about it, and I want to go. 6 p.m. tonight, they'll be live. So join Beth Jones and Peter Dubois there in Millinocket tonight.
And it's going to be a good one. It's going to be good.
I'm excited.
We did put a lot of effort into these on the road.
It's been the first time since the pandemic, obviously, and we get to be there, and we've been there in the past, so I'm just really excited to see it.
It'll be nice, and let's get a look at how that weather looks, because it will be dropping off. You may need your sweatshirts, your beanies maybe even.
You will, yep.
We'll throw it over to Devin Banks with a check of our forecast.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Ansley Moore. Ansley has been a realtor since 2013. She works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Alrighty, starting things off this morning, look at this. We have frost advisories in effect. These kick in later on tonight and will last until Saturday morning. If you have flowers that are sensitive to the cold weather, make sure you cover them up or bring them inside. But we also have a little bit of a small crowd advisory left, and this will last until about 11 a.m. later on this morning. Otherwise, we have a few clouds moving in from the northwest, going toward the south and east this morning. That'll give way to a decent amount of sunshine today, but more clouds are expected to pass through during the afternoon period, though. But overall, we're looking pretty decent out there, and things will remain nice as we do continue to move forward. Otherwise, though, futurecast for today, not too bad. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, but becoming mostly clear later on tonight. As for the winds, not too bad. They'll be out in the northwest at about 10 to 25 miles per hour. But again, those winds will be backing off later on tonight. Sun forecast for today, middle 60s, partly cloudy and windy. That northwest wind gusting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, high pressure begins to move in, and it really cools us off. We'll have lows in the upper 30s, so mostly clear sky. The northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. An early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, showing a lot of sunshine with a few passing clouds and temperatures in the 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thanks, Devin.
And with Friday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
Average long-term U.S. mortgage rates top 6% this week for the first time since 2008. Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac reports 30-year rates have more than doubled in the last year. Inflation didn't scare away August shoppers. The Department of Commerce reports U.S. retail sales rose 0.3% last month. Sales at grocery stores were up 0.5%, in part because of rising food prices. Wall Street was down again in Thursday trading as investors anticipate more interest rate hikes from the Fed. The S&P 500 fell 45 points. The Nasdaq Composite and the Dow both dropped 170 points. And FedEx is closing 90 offices and parking aircraft as global package volumes decline. The company said quarterly revenue fell below expectations. FedEx shares tumbled 13% after markets closed Thursday. I'm Leo Jonathan with Friday's Business on ABC 7.
The Colonial Theatre in Belfast is in the midst of offering free movies as a goodbye before changing ownership. Free admission started a week ago and will go through September 18th. During this time, owners Therese and Mike are offering a total of 71 previously released film favorites.
The Colonial Theatre has been entertaining the community of Belfast since 1912, and for more information and the movie schedule, you can go to colonialtheatre.com. On Tuesday, the Maine Game Wardens held their annual Fallen Warden Tribute Run. The 15-mile run is an annual tradition to honor the 15 fallen members of the Maine Game Wardens since the organization established in 1880. Members of the Warden Service held a special flag with all of the names of their fallen members commemorating their sacrifice.
Participants ran all the way to the Maine Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Augusta, where a small ceremony took place. The last member to die in the line of duty was in March of 2011. One of Maine's future employees looks a little different than the rest. The 5-month-old chocolate lab puppy has a very big job. Baxter will be Maine's first official comfort dog.
According to Maine Department of Safety spokesperson Shannon Moss, Baxter will be offering comfort and support for dispatchers at Maine's 3 emergency communication centers. He is scheduled to visit his future co-workers at the Augusta Regional Communication Center on Tuesday.
That's awesome. Dispatchers deserve all the support they can get.
I know. Look at those eyes.
And in the best possible way. Oh, what if we had a comfort dog?
Comfort dog. That would be great. That'd be great. We'll have to see if
be a little bit distracted.
We
for
may
us,
need
though.
some puppy pads.
We would be easily distracted. Well, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz will have your latest Patriots practice updates.
And this, as well as an in-studio interview with a guest from Millinocket who will give us a preview of the Trails End Festival occurring this weekend. We'll be right back.
Does your dream kitchen look like this? Or this? Or maybe you need a little more inspiration. Get it when you explore the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber Company. When you find the look you like, the Hammond team will help you customize it, including accurate 3D renderings, so you can visualize your project before the work begins. Hammond offers delivery from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire and professional service after the sale. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you could have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Millinocket, is sponsored by Emery Lee & Sons does it all and does it well. Your general contractor since the 1960s. Stearns Lumber Company, offering lumber, hardware, paint, pet supplies, rental equipment, and more. Family owned and operated since 1838. And S&S Weapons, open Thursday through Sunday, 12 to 6. Stop in and let Scott or Sam help you find what you're looking for. The Husson University Eagles take on the Alfred State Pioneers this Saturday at noon on Fox 22.
Welcome back in. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for staying with us. We are just a few days away from the Patriots' Week 2 matchup with Pittsburgh, and there's some interesting news out of Thursday's practice. Mac Jones, who has been dealing with a back injury since the Miami game, was not at practice on Thursday with an undisclosed illness. The second-year quarterback was a full participant the day before on Wednesday, and he was expected to play in Pittsburgh as of then. But as of now, his status for Sunday is in question. Veteran quarterback Brian Hoyer was the one in with the first team in place of Jones, and I'd expect him to take the snaps if Mac does not play. Certainly hoping Jones can get out there on Sunday. Let's move on to some high school sports now. For John Baptist boys soccer, they have been on fire to start the year. The Crusaders are led by a bunch of seniors, all coming off of a 2021 season where they finished as Class B North runners-up. But they've got their sights set a little bit higher this fall.
It's been a heck of a start to the year for John Baptist boys soccer.
Going pretty good so far. It feels good right now.
After making it to the Northern Maine Championship game last year, just to come up short, the Crusaders are firing on all cylinders this fall opening up the year with 4 straight victories.
We've been doing really good as a team. We're trying hard in practices. We're focusing. I don't know, we're able to capitalize in these games.
Including a grinded-out win on Tuesday to hand Ellsworth their first loss of the year.
Felt great to win the game. It was a rough game. It was definitely a dogfight.
Yeah, it felt really good. I mean, we had prepared for them. We saw them in preseason, and we prepared for them, and they're a really good team.
Bapst has 10 seniors on their team, and they all remember what that finals loss felt like. And they're ready to get back to where the season ended a year ago.
Yeah, it definitely does still sting. Yeah, but I think it's more of a motivation this year to get back there.
It's definitely motivation for sure. Getting that close and coming up short is definitely motivation for us.
Anchoring the Crusaders in net has been senior Matt Fitzpatrick. He and the defense have only allowed 5 goals to date this year.
He's really good. He's improved a lot since last year. It's really fun to watch him and how much he improves every day.
We're capitalizing offensively really good, so the ball isn't coming into us, into our team defensively as much. So
less work for you.
Yeah,
almost.
Pretty much.
Nice. As for the offense, they've been pouring it in too, outscoring their opponents 19-5 in their 4 games. And they say it's their ability to keep possession that makes them so dangerous.
We've been playing as a team a lot, and just our possession play, just trying to keep the ball and make the opportunities when we get them.
But as dominant as they are on the field, it's how well they gel outside of the white lines that brings them together come game time.
Our core group's been playing since we were, I think, U8, U9, and we've been playing together for so long, and we get along. So, I mean, the kids that we hang out with are the same kids that we play on the field with, so I think that definitely helps for sure.
Should be a fun season for them. Great catching up with those guys. We're going to kind of sort of move on now. We're going to stay with high school sports and with John Bapst. We're just going to pivot to some field hockey. Crusaders hosting Stearns at Union Street. Game tied 1-1, and right before half, some crisp passing here from Stearns. They get a chance to break the tie, but Bapst says no. Right there, kick safe. Second half now. Bapst has their chance. Isabella Fagone, she's going to flick this one in towards the net, but it's Stearns turning them away. This time that game stays 1-1. Now it's Stearns' turn. Again, some great ball movement here, and this one finds the back of the cage. That will break the tie, put them up 2-1, and that puts John Bapst in the hot seat. A great lead pass here, but Dara O'Connell just cannot get there in time. Stearns picks up the win. 3-1 is the final. All right, good game there on Thursday afternoon. A couple of teams in action on Thursday evening as well. Let's head indoors now to Brewer. MDI is coming to town for some volleyball action against the Witches. We're going to pick things up in the second set right now. MDI is up 24-22. Match point here. Meredith Cook on the serve, and she drops in the ace. The Trojans 1 set away from the sweep. Third set, Brewer with the serve. It is their turn to serve up an ace. It's Jenna McQuarrie on that point, getting the point for the Witches, taking an early lead in set 3, but that is when the Trojans would hit the gas. They would go on a little run here. It's Addie Boyce. She would serve for over 10 straight points, and these 2 aces being just part of that. And the Trojans, they dominate the third set, and they go on to win 3-0 over Brewer. All right, MDI sending 2 teams over here on Thursday. Girls soccer traveling to Herman to take on the Hawks. This one was all Hawks. They're up in the second half, and it's Madison Stewart finding the back of the net to extend that Hawks lead. Now, here they come again. But Sophia Murphy in net for MDI. She is there for the stop, trying to keep her team in it. But Herman just too much for the Trojans. It's Lindsay Reed, the senior, booting this one through. That puts the Hawks up 8-0. And then just moments later in this one, it's going to be Brooke Gallup. A little give-and-go action here. She's going to swerve through the defense, and she's going to get on the fun. She gets an angle with the left and knocks it through. Herman goes on to win big in this one. 11-0 is that final. All right, so some great high school action on Thursday. We will have more of that on Friday. That is all the time we have for sports, though. We will be right back after the break.
Offensive and divisive. That's Paul LePage's legacy. But it's not just what he said as governor. It's what he did. LePage slashed funding for cancer screenings for women. He refused to invest in clean energy, kicked over 1,000 seniors off their prescription drug program, and even opposed funding to Meals on Wheels. So, if that's what Paul LePage did last time he was governor, we can't send him back. The top funder of A Better Maine is the Democratic Governors Association.
Looking to improve or upgrade your home or place of business? With at-home furniture, appliance, and bedding, and kitchen and bath and flooring, we offer a great selection to do just that. From homeowners to commercial businesses and everything in between, our friendly professionals with more than 50 years of combined experience pride themselves in going above and beyond to work with you every step of the way. And we even offer a full-service appliance repair department. Come and visit us at our Dover Foxcroft or our new Lincoln location. Stop in either location today and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
Ah, look at you. Taking control of your morning mood by starting the day with what makes you happy. McDonald's has enough breakfast options to make your mornings happy every single day. Taking control never tasted so good.
Now, you can get a savory sausage McMuffin, sausage McGriddles, or golden hash browns. Choose any two for $3, only at McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
And welcome back into Good Morning Maine.
We are joined by Cody McEwen. He is a town council member of Millinocket and also the Trails End Festival organizer. Cody, thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you guys for having me. Glad to be here.
Of course. So we are our night reporters, or excuse me, our night anchors are going to be in Millinocket tomorrow to join in on the fun of the Trails End Festival. Can you kind of explain to our viewers what's going on Friday?
Absolutely. So during the festival on Friday, we have a chili cook-off where you guys are going to be joining us. And also Crossroads, a local Bangor band, is going to be performing at 5 o'clock as well. Not only that, it's going to be the kickoff to our 3 days of music, food, fun, and it's all free.
Wow.
So we're glad to bring it back for everyone, really.
Right. I saw that this would have, or excuse me, 2020 would have been the 15th year if it weren't for the pandemic. This is now the 15th year.
I think without that, actually, we're calling this the 15th year. Okay. We included some of our gap years. But we were established in 2007, and it was really community members that brought this festival to be. It was grassroots to begin with. It's changed hands a couple of times, but through COVID, things have happened. Our generous, really hosts of the festival before, the Chamber of Commerce, have really put it on the last handful of years, and we needed to bring it back. So it's back to grassroots again, but we're excited to bring it back for not only Millinocket but the whole region.
Yeah,
it's always good to see the events come back, especially with the last couple of years we've gone through. How did you get involved personally?
Yeah.
So I was actually involved a while ago. We'll just say that back when I was in high school, helping out just with some vendors at that level, and then I came back to the community, got involved on the committee level, and really helped. I ran the chili cook-off for a period of time. Also, we have a rubber duck race that happens on Sunday during the festival.
Yep.
Right down Millinocket Stream, so I'm the duck guy.
You're the duck guy. That's perfect.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a great time with that, and we're excited to bring it back because all those members that have kind of paid homage to the festival, we want to bring all the events back, and we're really excited to kick off a big event this year.
I know. I mean, Millinocket is such an essential aspect to Maine's economy and just culture. So it's like, and the Trails End Festival, what I wanted to discuss, this is highlighting how this is the end of the Appalachian Trail. Am I correct there?
Absolutely.
That is cool.
We are not only excited to bring the festival back for the community of Millinocket, the region, but really what it's about. It's about the Appalachian Trail. Everyone who's left their lives and have made their way up north to us, to Katahdin, it's our home, and it becomes a part of their home. So we're excited to see all those hikers come through and really celebrate them as well.
Which I just now think of it, it makes all the more reason that it's free of charge, because these people have been hiking for, I don't know how long it takes to do the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, a long time.
A long time.
Very long time.
Right.
I'm actually just finishing up a book, Jurek. He broke the record in 2017 for the fastest ever to get through it, and that, I mean, it was impressive.
What was the record?
Just to get through it alone. Oh, I haven't finished the book yet. I don't know, I've gotten how fast.
But what I'm saying is, you're out of money by the end, probably.
You're running on low.
So
put it that way.
Right, you want to celebrate,
and
some free homemade chili sounds like the exact perfect thing to celebrate.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know the secret recipe now?
You know what? I can't share any secrets, but there's definitely some secret recipes coming into the play here, and some fan favorites. We got some, let's just say, long-standing chili makers ready to compete.
I love any competitive food competition. It's anything. Okay, though, so it's 3 days. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, correct? And where does it take place in Millinocket?
So we're located right down at Veterans Memorial Park in downtown Millinocket. That's Friday and Saturday. Sunday, the venue actually changes down to Kermit Crandall Park on Congress Street, where we're on Millinocket Stream. We'll have the rubber duck race. And also, we have 3 headlining events, 3 headlining bands. We have a variety of local and from afar musicians and performers playing, but we have Crossroads Friday night performing at Veterans Park. We have Port George's, Portland-based band. They're going to be performing at Veterans Memorial Park on Saturday at 5 p.m. And then the Mallet Brothers Band are going to be performing on the water Sunday down at Crandall's Park, and they'll be at 2 p.m. So we're bringing in some really great treats for everyone to have some free music.
Right.
So.
And it's all these events and more, so that is really...
And where exactly can our viewers find all this? Do you have a Facebook page?
Yep, they can find it at trailsandfestival.org. We have a Facebook page as well. And when it comes to events, too, something that we actually brought back, and we're hoping not only everyone who's come off the trail is ready for a good time, but our pub crawl. So we have a variety of establishments in Millinocket that are going to be participating in the pub crawl, and we have a party bus that's going to be safely transporting those folks around town too. So
you're hitting all the age groups right there.
Yeah.
And most importantly, it's free, which will be major to get people. I mean, not the pub crawl, obviously. You have to pay for it, but it'll be free to get up there. There's plenty of events to get to, and it should be a great event. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for coming,
Thank
Bangor.
you. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
And we'll toss over to weather with another look at your forecast.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Ansley Moore. Ansley has been a realtor since 2013. She works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Already, we have frost advisories, we have small crowd advisories, we have plenty of alerts we're watching out for this morning, especially the frost advisory, which kicks in later on tonight. And that will last until about Saturday morning. So if you have some flowers out there that are very sensitive to the cold, definitely make sure to bring those inside or cover them up. They will get zapped by that frost coming up later on tonight. We also have the small crowd advisory in effect until 11 a.m. later on this morning, as the winds will finally start to back off. Otherwise, we have a few clouds moving in from the northwest, going toward the south and east this morning. We'll get these clouds out of here, give way to a good amount of sunshine. But as high pressure moves in, we may have to watch even for a few clouds during the afternoon period. But again, high pressure will really set up shop later on tonight, and that will mean some cooler temperatures on the way, as lows overnight will get into the upper 30s. Let's take a field trip into the tropics right now. This is Fiona, still pretty lopsided with all the convection on its eastern and southeastern side, but still holding on to winds up to around 50 to 60 miles per hour in some areas, though. Moving toward the west at about 15 miles per hour. These orange shades right here, that's a tropical storm watch. These are tropical storm warnings in effect. And this thing will continue to move towards the northwest and a little bit to the west as well. And we'll have to keep an eye on this. This may cause some issues for some of the southeastern United States as it does move toward the north and west. But for now, mainly being expected to maintain as a strong tropical storm as it moves towards the west and then eventually to the north and west. As for the winds back here at home, not too bad. They'll be at around 25 miles per hour. A little gusty today, but starting to back off as we head towards the overnight hours tonight and the daytime tomorrow. Average high is 71 degrees, a lot of 60s on the way for the next several days, but a little warm up on the way by Wednesday and Thursday as the upper 60s to lower 70s will soon make a return. Futurecast moving forward looking pretty nice today, though. A lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds for a few of us. Becoming mostly clear later on tonight as high pressure starts to move in and the winds finally back off. And for you Saturday, a lot of sunshine and maybe a few passing clouds arriving late as we start to welcome in a little bit of precipitation. I'll move in Saturday night and the parts of Sunday morning. But then we're talking multiple waves because even by Monday morning, we'll watch for more rain showers that will continue to move in. But for today, though, middle 60s, partly cloudy and windy. The northwest wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 30s, mostly clear and cool out there. Maybe some frost possible in a few areas. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Ansley, more extended forecast for partly cloudy on Saturday. The wind will be calmer with highs in the upper 60s. Then rain chances move in Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with highs in the 60s.
I rewired everything.
With what?
Stuff, it'll work fine.
Just right would be better than fine, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah.
That's why Toyota Service Center technicians use genuine Toyota parts to work just right.
Sounds really good.
Keep your Toyota a Toyota. Keep your long-lasting Toyota fuel-efficient and dependable. Contact your New England Toyota dealer today to learn about affordable September service offers that use quality, genuine Toyota parts. Toyota, let's go places.
Let your creativity run free at the Creative Arts Center, where we offer fun and affordable activities for all ages. Birthday parties, pottery wheel classes, painting lessons, or just for the fun of it. Get fired up for glazing projects as well as acrylics. We offer a wide selection of ceramic products for you to choose from, and we have thousands of pieces ready to paint. We are a Paragon kiln dealer and a Laguna Clay distributor. Stop by the Creative Arts Center today, located just off the Joshua Chamberlain Bridge in Brewer. The Creative Arts Center, where your only limitation is your imagination.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have lots of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on ABC7.
On Friday, September 23rd, for the first time ever, the Tank goes live.
Let's go!
The Shark Tank Live season premiere event, Friday, September 23rd on ABC and stream on Hulu.
A mysterious flash of light traveled across the Scottish sky Wednesday night. Two videos filmed in separate places show the so-called fireball traveling across the sky.
There were other reports of the light in Scotland and Northern Ireland as well. The UK's Meteor Network is looking into these reports to determine the source.
Aliens.
I mean, yeah, or low-level flying aircraft, or,
no.
you know.
Unidentified flying object.
Unidentified, okay, interesting. Interesting, or it could have been a drone.
No.
It could have been a drone. I mean, I'm for you with the wishful thinking, and I'm saying, but it could have been a drone. You never know.
Alien drone.
I'm scared to whether or not I actually want to, like, be with you, like, yeah, aliens, but, like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because that's where my mind goes next. Oh, you've accepted this already. Okay.
It's bad.
Okay.
Everything's
All right,
fine.
good.
It's just bad. Well, Good Morning America is next on ABC7.
Stay with us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's coming up next on Fox 22. Have a great day and enjoy the weekend.
Do you hate throwing away food that's gone bad? Does your pantry look like a bad disaster? What if you could keep your food as fresh as the day you bought it and vacuum seal any ingredient? Eric Thies here with my new portable, powerful PowerXL Duo NutriSealer. This incredible breakthrough in technology can savor any flavor while it seals in the freshness. What's the secret? The Duo NutriSealer will remove all the air. Once all the air is removed, the air pressure detection system is automatically activated and seals your bag tight. And it's the only patented handheld sealer that creates double seals. The Duo has a floating hinge and a built-in slicer to make bags of any size. You can even seal through liquid. Don't let its small compact size fool you. With just one touch of a button, the Duo seals any bag, and it will stay bonded until you open it guarantee. The Duo Nutri-Sealer locks in nutrients and freshness so you can keep your food 5 times longer. Prep and freeze